Hello, good evening, and welcome back to another Werewolf Wednesday and another session of Werewolf the Apocalypse for our Shadows over Kempten Chronicle. Took another short hiatus, but we are back. We're all caught up. I've posted all the VODs on YouTube. Everything is there now. There's nothing missing. So for once, things are organized. And I'm gonna stop my sentence there, because if I start celebrating things too much, something is gonna go wrong. So let's just take our blessings here. Welcome, folks. To recap, last session you had very interesting encounter. As you guys were recovering something important for the Sept, an artifact of power that is used in rituals and in the spiritual protection of the Sept. You were, well, to say you were ambushed, Black Spiral Dancer, it's a bit giving him too much credit. He tried infiltrating the whole thing, but Jakob shown him what the full moon is all about. And in the end, you guys beheaded the guy. And also had your Korax friend, Romana, have some interesting insights surrounding his death. Requested her to drink from, was it, I think the right eye, probably the right eye, whichever one shows the good outcomes, the good consequences of your actions, which seemingly leads to the burning of a pit, of a Black Spiral pit. But who knows? Time will tell. Just as you were all leaving and loading the body onto Jakob's truck and all of that, just before you went away, the kinfolk that was living with grandmother Constance showed you a portion of the woods that was behaving, well, quite wildly, with an eye. Why? Struggling with words today. If you've seen Annihilation, you got an idea. Things were spreading, roots and fungi and that sort of thing were spreading all out. A very odd and very extreme manner. Deformed carcasses of dead animals seem to have been affected by the spiritual side. Besides, also knowing the Sept has had some Gorgon spottings in the area. So there's something afoot. And it doesn't seem to be related by the worm, at least not entirely, not directly. With all of that recapped, you all finished off all you needed to do. You got a very nice gift from Constance for all of your efforts, for providing her with, well, one hell of a show, and checking the area out. She gave you a fetish. A fang dagger, if I'm not mistaken. Which, still up to debate who's gonna be carrying it. And you make your way back home at long last. By the time you make it back to the region of Kempten, whether or not you want to stop in town first or go straight to the Sept, it will basically be the early evening, around 6 p.m. by the time you arrive. And at this time of the year, it's already pretty dark. How you conduct things from here is up to you. Welcome to another werewolf session. Let's see what kind of trouble we get into today.
All right.
Damn.
Rip it and rip it, baby.
Nice. Satisfying.
That was Jakob in the truck opening a can of beer.
Jakob doesn't drink beer.
True. Yeah. Thanks for remembering.
He doesn't?
Jakob has not drunk alcohol since we know him.
I wonder if that's plot. Who knows?
Who knows? It is what we in the industry call a character trait.
I see. Interesting.
But I don't know if Alexander and Klaus would even know about that not beer can. If they're even in the van with us. I don't know where the fuck we are.
I'm gonna say that Jakob is opening up a fizzy drink because I think he would love that, like, a canny sound. Wait,
just for that.
Actually, never.
I mean, yeah.
Just for the sound.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sorry that I'm not. Oh, it's a Spezi. Has to be a Spezi for Jakob, I think.
What's a Spezi? Is that like a drink from Germany of the 80s?
No, not quite of the 80s. I think it's basically just like Coke and Fanta mixed.
That's an interesting choice.
So like orange Coke?
It's like orange Coke, basically, yeah.
That sentence sounds
I like the
wrong.
sound of that.
I don't know about that.
I don't think
sounds
necessarily mixing Coke with orange juice would be good, but like an orange syrup Coke would probably be.
I mean, I don't like Coke, so
It is.
This, if what I'm drinking is any recommendation, this is cherry cola.
I love cherry cola.
So
never tried that. It's that I don't like any sort of sodas that are like cola flavor. So not just Coke.
Cola is
Anyway.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. Werewolf.
for that very important discussion about what Jakob's drinking.
Shade the
Yes,
game.
he's taking a big gulp. Like, I want to say he like just fucking chug it, release a big burp, and then throw it in like a glove box or something, along with other like
out the
empty
window,
cans.
and I was gonna be so mad.
Dude, if I did that, I'd just be like the next villain. I'd literally lose renown for that.
I think so.
You would be the next villain. You would be dead.
You would just perish.
The fucking warden is sitting there with a sniper ready to take the fucking shot.
Fucking Klaus just
God.
jumps up from the back seat.
No, the whole of the Trailblazers, actually, because that's literally their
Respectable.
job. The Trailblazers
Or
actually
picking up
beat
litter?
up people for littering.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Dude, I want to do that.
Klaus does
why
the
am I
join
allowed
up
to
with
have-
them.
Why am I not allowed to, in real life, just walk around on trails with a baseball bat, watch people litter, and then break their kneecaps?
Well,
that sounds so good.
Depends on your definition of allowed.
That's true. Why can't I get paid to? Why can't it be my job?
Well,
You can get paid in kneecaps. Is that not enough for you?
Kneecaps. I can get paid in
Revoke.
teeth.
revoke kneecaps. Anyway, how are you approaching this? Are you in town, straight to the Sept?
Since we are potentially carrying either a head or a whole corpse, I'm not sure anymore.
I feel like, yeah, I'm a bit lost
Just
on
the
that.
head.
Like, you absolutely beheaded him, but...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, aren't we carrying the whole corpse? Pretty
don't
sure
know.
we're carrying the whole corpse.
Does the grandma and their grandchild know how to turn corpses into bone meal and like
They're a
fertilizer?
Guru family in countryside Germany. Of fucking course they know how to get rid of a body.
Then yeah,
I
they
think
probably-
that we went specifically to the forest, not just because the kinfolk wanted to show us, like, some fucked up shit in the woods, but also because we were disposing of the body.
Yeah.
So,
Don't know if
I
that's
wanna-
true, but if you want to say that's what happened, you absolutely can.
Cool.
I like that.
think that was part of the intent,
Rad.
because we did need to get rid of the body somewhere, like discreetly. We did put it in like a
I-
garbage bag or something.
Discreet. Yeah. Something like that. Potato sack, actually.
Potato
Oh.
sack, right?
There's a
Dude,
big
dude.
potato sack.
But yeah, we
I
we
mean,
are
there's
bringing back
big
the head
ones.
because yeah.
Okay, so in
Okay,
a
so-
second
Um,
potato sack, you have the head, which is in its homid shape, so showing off which breed this Black Spiral Dancer was, because your body reverts to your breed when you die.
Fair.
Yes, even if you are Cryonosborn, so imagine the implications of that.
Who could tell?
You drive as far as the truck can go and finish off by foot unto your destination. You are welcome back into the Sept proper. There seems to be a few Garou around. You're home.
Jakob is actually. Mind if I take the scene with the head on this one?
Sure.
Please do.
Mind if I
Go for
go
it.
ahead?
I hate you.
So head? Fuck yes.
Yeah, Jakob is just gonna like walk up and kind of like yell out, "Hey, does anyone want to see a dead head?"
Interesting.
But a bit.
Well, people are setting things up as the night falls. The fireplace is lit. There are a few Garou around it. There are others going back and forth around, carrying supplies. Some carrying food to the cottages, to the big cabins. Some people are frying stuff on the fireplace. And as you say that, heads absolutely turn. Some heads tilt, and everyone who could hear it at least is staring. And
Jakob is just.
Yeah, no,
No, please go.
you can.
Yeah, Jakob is just gonna. Jakob will like pull up the sack, put his hand into it, kind of like not really wiggle a bit, but just kind of like try to grab a grip of the guy's. I want to presume greasy hair, probably like blood matted and whatever, and he's
Well,
gonna
at this
pull it
point-
out, and he's gonna pull out the head, show to the people, and say, "We killed a Black Spiral Dancer."
Okay, this is a way to do this. Make a note. Very quick, very practical note.
Well, I figure people should
Oh.
know about our achievements, and that there's like a dead Black Spiral Dancer head on their turf. Just in case,
Actually,
maybe the
this
spirits
song
aren't
is
that
too-
vibing with that.
Oh wait, why is this song bugged out? Okay, fine, whatever.
It's part of the Weaver curse. We have to embrace it at this
No,
point.
it's because it's bugged in a different way than the other ones are. That doesn't matter. As you were speaking, the Master of Challenge, watching from afar, was already frowning and making his way towards you. And as soon as you very loudly exclaims that and pulls a head outside of a potato sack, now that gets people riled up. People are standing up. The crowd is very quickly gathering. The Master of Challenge is doing some very quick stomps towards you. And as everyone is gathering around, the first thing that happens is, first, people that you actually know. Hugin is here, seemingly without his back. And he is, like, up front just staring, like, dumbfounded. And going back between each of you as other Garou from the Sept start gathering around. And the first person to actually properly respond to this is the warden, who is in his Hamid form. Still an absolutely fucking wall of a man. Built like a house of bricks. And that massive hand of his just slaps you on the back and he lets out that hearty, deep, gruff laugh. And he seems more than just amused. This man is already having fun. You just made his day a lot better. Can't believe it! First week on the job and we already got a kill! Showing some Skysinger pride right there. He taps you more on the back. Yeah, show those scat how it's done. And there's people whispering among themselves like, wow, what the fuck? Like, it's Spiral around here? Some people are like, hell yeah, they killed a Black Spiral. Others are like, what do you mean they killed a Spiral? What do you mean there's a Spiral? There is a mixture of people being very hyped about this and very concerned about this even happening in the first place. And the Master of Challenge just parts through the crowd. Now let's all calm down. Let's take a moment here. He steps closer and you see he stares at the head unfazed at first. He focuses on it, you see him give a sniff in the air, and then he frowns in disgust. Yup. Black Spiral, right. This thing is reeking of the worm. Looks around, you see him nod to a woman. Bit of an older woman, she seems to be like in either her late 20s or early 30s. Steps a lot closer. Let me remember her name, because I forgot.
I forgot.
Afogel.
I forgot.
Please. Miss Mishra. If you could. And she nods and walks quickly towards you. Jakob, she extends her hands as in a motion of to take away the potato sack with the head. If you wouldn't mind. You more than just proved your worth and proved your glorious battle. But we mustn't let the stench stay in the sack for much longer. We will properly dispose and cleanse this vile thing. And thank you a lot for your services. It's one less blight on this planet, and she smiles warmly towards all of you and winks. I actually think I had an image that was sort of a face claim for her vibe, but I remember.
Can Jakob, like, as he offers the head, I would have him say something.
Right?
He says, well, if everyone else in my pack agrees, he kind of like nods towards the rest of us. Could we see how you do that? Because, well, the good news is this guy's like dead. The bad news is he probably won't be the first one.
There's never
The
just
last
one.
Sorry.
There's never just one of them.
Oh no, like we know there's not just one of them.
I mean, yes, there's never room for doubt. Like I said, there is never one. That is a given. And, in fact, as she looks towards all of you, she is a Hindi woman. Big, long, sleek, black hair tied into a chunky ponytail. Dressing for the weather, nothing too fancy. She stands before you, nods. I am Rina, Gaia's nurturing touch. I am the keeper of the land. for the Sept. And the Teuj for the Sablebite Wardens. And the Children of Gaia. She motions with her head towards 4 other people who seem to be the members of her pack. And you see a man who has a slight resemblance to Julian. His hair's a bit darker. You know, kinda looks like an older Julian, which must be the uncle he's told you about, the warden of the Sept. Not the warden, the Wormful, sorry. While the warden is the figure in the Sept that protects it, that stays in the Sept to defend it, the Wormful is the one who hunts down danger, who goes out on missions to take the fight straight to the enemy's home before they can even reach the Sept.
In that case, Peppy's just gonna give him like a nod, kind of in a... with the kind of vibe of, I have the feeling we're gonna be talking a lot soon.
Oh, indeed, he is already walking towards your pack as well. See him say a few things to his pack mates, makes his way. Now, sorry kid, but I think Andon here is going to agree that first things first. You got one hell of a report to be giving now. Rena here can take care of just burning the thing, not letting any corruption spread. Anton then takes a step forward, and above all, were you successful in recovering the fetish that you were sent to recover?
Jakob nods and says, yep, and made sure this guy didn't get his claws on it.
Very good, very good. Keeper of the land, dispose of the worm taint. The 5 of you, please follow me. We'll have a meeting before the elders so we can get a better understanding of this. Food, please. And he motions for the 5 of you to follow him.
Quick question. So is it like our pack and Romana?
Roman is probably flying around, but no, it's mostly your pack. I mean, she could be with one of you. She could be on one of your shoulders, actually. Depends if you want her to go in. They're not gonna demand it. Technically, she's not part of the Sept, but she was around. And she's nosy.
True.
Will she be fine with driving in the truck?
I think she probably flew back, following the truck.
Yeah.
And fuck her.
And she's a bird.
Wow.
She's a bird.
I like her on my shoulder. I feel like a pirate.
Well, she's on your shoulder. Then she's on your shoulder, and she's coming with you.
Pirate time.
You share the 0 brain cell. You have to be
Yes,
together
we
all the
do.
time.
I am aggressively working on that fan art, by the way.
Oh, I
Of my
love
own
that.
character also.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, I love that.
Send
So-
you the sketch.
The Keeper of the Land takes the head from you, and you see her motion to a few Guru, one of them being Hugin. And they join her, and they seem to walk off to a more distant spot. You see the Messer Right following right after. And you are taken to the much bigger hall in the back of the Sept. the wormful will end the Master of Challenge. Escort you there. Master of Challenge requests the box so you can deliver it to the Grand Elder and tells you all, please just wait a moment while I debrief the Council of Elders. They will join us shortly, and we'll be ready to begin. Let's think of this as an informal moot. And if I were you, start thinking of how you want to tell this story. This is absolutely your time to shine. Don't be shy. And he takes the fetish and goes. And you're left alone with the wormful for a few minutes. If you want to strike up any sort of conversation.
Well, we do have the mind link.
You do?
I think Peppy's first thought is gonna be, so how do we want to tell this story?
I mean, probably how it happened. He was waiting. And you killed him real quick.
Sounds about right. Do we want to tell the story about how we brought him back to interrogate him and killed him again?
I mean, why not?
Are you sure?
Klaus is gonna cut in and say, well, I don't think that the Gate of Fenris would appreciate us bringing back a beaten combatant only to find nothing useful. It would be a useless endeavor, and it was.
Well, at least we
Besides,
found out it was... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Besides, it could be construed as us showing mercy.
Do the Get Up Fenris appreciate omitting stuff we did?
Well, it's not necessarily an important part. We tried something, it did not work.
Jakob's just gonna
Although-
silently nod. And just,
Although-
yeah.
Although, Thorsten, if you wish to have your kill recognized, then we should say it.
Why the opposite? I do not care. Well, first of all, I didn't do a great job. I think the credit should be with our, fighter guy who's here to kill. Like most of it, we all have to. We had the conversation, but why not let him have the renown for that if we're already gonna omit and swoop around details?
Fair.
If you say they will see that as us showing mercy, then, well, two things. We shouldn't tell them, and next time we should just kill him faster, I guess.
Can
don't like lying.
Can I make a roll of some kind to try figure out whether or I don't know, I'm not a Galliard, but
you are a Philodox.
I am a Philodox, so to try, figure out whether or not this would be frowned upon?
See here. I hate how Werewolf has no politics. Who thought about who was the genius who did
I have
that?
laws.
No, yeah, it
There
is
is a
what I was
Enigma.
gonna ask you to roll. I just hate that whoever chose
Yeah,
to
there's
not
no
give
politics,
20th
yeah.
edition politics. Anyway, yeah, that's law and intelligence. And your customs specialty technically does apply, I would say.
One success.
Well, interesting. What can I tell you with one success? You are unsure. There are sides to this. It really boils down not to which story you tell or which facts you present or omit, but rather it is about how you do it. It's about how you make grand acts look even greater and how you make certain decisions look tactical and smart, so it's a 50-50. Maybe they wouldn't appreciate the foolish attempt, but if it was sort of strategic, stabilizing, trying to interrogate, and then going for the kill once there was nothing left, it could work if you sell it well enough. Really comes down to how you present the story and how heroic you make you all seem, one way or another, even if through smarts.
Okay. I communicate this to the pack. I say, if you wish, I can tell the tale of our deeds. But it will be from a wolf's perspective. And there are not many lupus. I don't think there are any lupus on the Elders Council.
There is.
There are?
Yeah.
Sorry. There are not many. I may not get all of the
We get a War Master. Sorry.
I may not get all of the Homid nuance or the flowery language, but
You would also know.
I am certain I can make our decisions seem, well, what they were. Practical choices.
You would also know that technically anyone can speak up for the pack, depends on the matter. Wouldn't be inappropriate for Jakob to retell the story given this was a combat situation and he is the room. However, with the Galliard absent, usually falls either on the Philodox or the Ragabash to try and sell those tales. Depending on who thinks they could do a better job or context.
Oh no. Now we gotta
Rural.
now we gotta make the decision if the Homid or the Lupus perspective on this is more interesting. Because I can do like the flowery language and stuff. Like I've sold shit. I can sell shit, I think. But I won't go at all the I don't know if I can do all the gory bits and like
I guess it also depends if you want to sell the stuff. Like,
all I can say is I suck at omitting details. If
Also,
you're gonna ask.
like to remember everyone while there's still time, if you want to change your shape to something specific, do that now.
It is the get. They would appreciate Krynos probably, right? Or am I silly?
That's not
You like that
really.
one. Am I? Oh, I forgot I'm still a dog.
What the dog doing?
I will omit. I will omit. I think is the word my dog shape and go back to Homid.
Oh,
I gotta
omit
double
the
check
dog
if
shape
I'm
to
in.
go Hamid. Interesting.
Is that bad?
I just love how it sounds.
Okay.
I'll also go into human form,
Okay.
which sounds way less exciting, but you know.
We're going.
I
I really hope you were in Hommit when you drove the truck. I will be honest.
I mean, yeah. Technically, you could
Glabro.
be in. I mean, Glabro would be fine. It would be more of a problem if he did it in Krynos.
Okay.
Then again,
But
I don't
imagine-
think Jakob could fit into the truck if he was in Krynos.
Imagine a truck passing you by and it's just this half wolf, half werewolf monstrosity on the wheel.
Listen, I've seen people driving around downtown Springfield with werewolf masks on. It's not a horrifically uncommon experience for me.
Thank you for making me make a note of Jakob's next in-character purchase.
Interesting.
A fursuit. Perfect.
It's not a scenario where it ends well.
I'm also gonna send a message to the pack link, like, for everyone to hear. Like,
If I may
Hey,
interrupt you, Morek has
Go
been
ahead.
trying to speak for a while.
oh shit, right, sorry about that.
No, you go ahead.
Actually, we just wanted to throw something to Van, like, Peppy's gonna think, hey, Alex, you wanna contribute the bird perspective to this conversation?
I think that a lie through a mission in the eyes of Get may still be a lie. In that recognizing and being explicit in what we did and our reason behind it will sit better if we deliver it with earnestness, full truth, rather than trying to squirrel and hide away details that may seem to paint us in a bad light, and instead accept that we made a choice that was not as successful as we had hoped, but that we still made it with the intention of tactical and combative gains. I would wager to say that having Torsten lead and perhaps Klaus fill in the more visceral and primal tales may be our best option.
Sounds good to me.
Same here.
Yes.
What is the? If I may ask again, I apologize. What is the scene we're in? As
You have brought to the big. Well, the only thing I can call is a meat hall because it's basically that. It's quite literally a meat hall, and well, it's all empty right now except for you guys, so not as lively as you would expect it. You're in the middle of it with the wormful waiting for the Master Challenge to return with the elders.
Okay. Okay.
And
I would have-
yeah.
I would have one more in-character question from Jakob's side. That's also slightly out of character. By the by, did we ever decide on a pack name or something like that?
Oh Christ.
I mean, you don't need to decide now, but if you want to, that's definitely a moment to present yourselves.
I don't have the confidence for this. No.
Yep, nope.
Now
We
I'm
had-
thinking.
Really nice.
we had like the Rabenjäger thing, which is kind of cool, but then also sounds weird if you know actual German, because it
I
means
feel
we're
like we
hunting.
could. I feel like we could go easier. On we could go simpler. This is more.
I would have nothing against just Jäger, which is nice, but I don't know if that represents us. It means hunters.
We could also go with Ravensjäger, like Ravens hunters.
Well,
Is there one for like shepherd?
Shepherd, Hirte.
You could also just pick a name in English, considering all the other packs in this are named in English.
Yeah. I think
Wow.
Ravens hunters. Definitely not shepherds.
Raven's little mischief.
I am sorry, Alex, but I
Actually,
am not a farmer.
either Raven's mischief or Raven's murder would be kind of a cool name. It would be kind of metal.
Raven's murder is way more metal than we are actually as characters. Those
That's
two
so
things.
true.
But the point is selling
Raven-
yourselves.
That's also true.
It is.
By the way,
Raven's
I'm just
aesthetic.
imagining. I'm assuming that your voice is the voice of Raven right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can call upon
like,
Raven if you want.
yes. Good idea, Raven. Yes, good idea.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's a great point. We could ask Raven.
Do you?
Yeah. Let's make
Mhm.
the DM
I'm
make
also
this
down for that.
decision.
Bottoms a lot of us.
Present 3. Let them pick 2, and then we'll decide on 1 from the 2.
Yeah, that is the social situation we're in right now.
Raven, as you call for Raven, he materializes on, well, not fully materializes because he doesn't have materialize actually, but his shadowy figure manifests in a sense on Alex's shoulder. What he has to say to your question is, somebody say murder? I'm in.
Murder it is.
Yeah, I guess we're Raven's murder now.
I can work with that.
Can you? Can Alex work with that?
I think Alex.
Well, it is representative of us insofar that it basically, it sounds like killing, but it is also basically their word, like the word for family also, which is kind of cute.
Yeah.
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 And we are telling a story of how we killed a man.
Yeah, you rat that guy.
Twice.
Very good. I liked it.
Twice.
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 I
Honestly,
am glad
if you put it from that perspective, actually, it's kind of metal. You killed him once, but you weren't satisfied. You brought him back so you could beat more shit out of him and kill him a second time.
we healed him just to kill him again. We hate him so much. That's how we. That's
We hate
the
him.
I'm telling you, it's about how you frame it. So, amidst all of this, at some point, that gruff voice now has lit up a herbal cigar. By the way, I very, very much picture Julian's uncle to be very similar looking to the one guy in the art for the Glasswalkers, although with a dirty blonde hair, of course, and light eyes and no tech stuff. But that's pretty much his vibe.
He looks like the kung fu monkey villain from Kim Possible.
Wow,
Yes.
Not a connection I would have made.
I
Oh.
deleted block with that.
Yep. You killed him.
He's gone
You
now.
killed him.
Perish.
Well, internet, because of course. Oh, there we have it.
Oh no, that wasn't even the internet. That was just me being dumb. I accidentally
Oh.
entered a call on Discord on my laptop.
Oh, I've done that. It's so
It's
annoying.
yeah. So anyway, a gruff voice smoking a herbal cigar cuts off through, saying, "You lot rely on that pack link a whole bunch, don't you? Almost feels dead in this place." And Romana actively protests, stomping on Torsten's shoulder. "You're all silent again. Annoying. I have nothing to talk about if you don't talk."
Okay, I knew that you were that nosy, but I didn't know that the old guy would be that nosy.
Ooh.
I am curious.
What's the difference?
I don't know, that's human language.
You defeated me at my own game. Congratulations.
The wormful lets out a long puff of smoke. In any case, let me be a bit more formal for a bit. Sure, those old buns are about to be walking in. Name's Vergard. Vergard Holtz. They call me Vicious Hunter. But now you already know I'm the Wormful. I'm also a Philodox for the Sablebite Wardens and the Get of Fenris. And I guess you met my nephew. I hope he's not giving you a lot of trouble.
Oh, I really like him.
Yeah, he's a delight.
He is. He's a good kid. Sometimes I think almost too good for, well, he still has a lot of heart and spirit and hope. That comes with a job. And how are you feeling? Killing a Black Spire Dancer, even if you were outnumbering him, it's no small feat. These are the greatest enemies of our nation. The corrupted, disgusting spit image of us. Reminder of our failures and our hubris. There's a lot of... some love to throw around.
I mean,
Don't need to report right now, just curious. How did you
yeah,
feel?
we know you will hear the report in just a second. It's just important to me that I mentioned that the Feister Riddler pretty much took him out on his own pretty quickly.
For more, I take. There's size to show for it. Oh
Jakob
dear.
just kind of like looks between the. Oh,
No, yeah, go ahead.
Jakob just looks between the two of them and looks at the Wormfoe and just says, "You ever swat a fly?"
I like you, kid. I like you. Oh god, this means Murdoch's gonna be bragging the whole week. Skysinger did it. Great.
Well, the
Oh,
first time, yeah.
Nothing
Do you
about your
think that's
friend,
gonna
kid.
piss off the rest?
Oh, they're absolutely gonna hate it that he's gonna have the bragging rights, but that's the fun part. And then I demands the life of the party. Oh, the foul face. Fool you.
Guy did seem pretty cheery.
Well, I guess he's a bit cheerier now, since there's another one from the tribe around. I need to check something real quick, actually, because I'm confusing in information. And I'm wondering. I am looking at the wrong documentation. I am an idiot.
I
Oh, isn't that our favorite?
I was like, why are these notes not matching up to absolutely anything in this game? Oh, because that is the wrong thing. Actually, I am an idiot.
Were you looking at your vampire notes?
No, it was another werewolf thing, but it was werewolf.
Terrific.
It is.
There's
It is-
actually...
it is-
Yep.
No. Continue.
No, it's just, he's gonna start talking again, so...
That's okay. I wanted to fill silence because I thought you needed more time. Please.
No,
continue.
it's fine. I'm fine. There's actually another Sky Singer in my pack. Can introduce you sometime. His reuniting family makes everyone feel good, though. I like Murdoc's been too sherry. God knows why. Anyway, you must be filling your oats. But if you kill one, then that means there's one hell of a storm coming, and that's... well, that's the reason I'm here. If you have any questions about this whole process and thing, it's probably your last chance. Before this begins.
Jakob kind of shrugs and says, well, all we gotta do is tell him what happened and what we learned. Anything else we should know?
He nods. Just sells yourselves big.
Klaus is going to look up and say, would you with your tribe respect a griffin or a rat more? Who would they like to hear a story from?
They won't care about that. Depends how you tell your story. We're not the Silver Fangs here. I mean, I would imagine Griffin knows how to tell a bloody tale. But New Moon there, well, it's a new moon, so... that tail spinning might get fun. You're Moritz protege, aren't you? I think I heard him talking about you. Nice to meet you, kid.
Oh, that's so nice. Nice to meet you too.
Doubt you're headache free with a mentor like that, but the guy's wiser than it looks. Just a piece of work. This guy is charm.
No, he's amazing. It's pretty great. I don't know if he would want the attention of those of what I had. look, and the others. Since you know technically I killed him, I don't know if Moritz wants those bragging rights. I don't know if that's for him.
Moritz not really one to brag, I'm gonna be honest.
No.
He's the teasing sort, so maybe he'll pull the tail of a few of the younger get. Not one to brag.
But also, Klaus, you made me, so it's a very collective kill.
I offered it.
Yeah. And it was disgusting.
Did you buy him?
Yeah.
Nasty. You get used to it.
I don't know if I wanna, but okay.
Not always a choice, kid. Not always a choice, and like I said, doubt it's definitely not gonna be the last one. Speaking of which, he looks to the side and you all hear footsteps. Sort of footsteps, some of boots and whichever shoes tapping against the wood planks and other of house. One said, slightly bigger than the other, but you see those 6 figures making their way back. They'll start organizing chairs and sitting down at the table. The Master of Challenge stands to their left, to your right, if you're staring at them up front, and the Wormfoe joins on the left. The Grand Elder strikes down on her staff a few times to echo throughout the hall. Well, this is sudden, but a welcome surprise, I would say. We are starting this very last-minute informal hearing to a very interesting report. Please, the representative of your pack, take a step forward, introduce yourselves, you and your packmates, and tell us, what tasty treats have you got for us? And this is where we're taking our 10-minute break.
Thank you.
Really timed that. Okay, we are taking 10. Also gives time for people to think about stories and how we want to present your case or questions, follow-up questions you might want to ask about things. And
I have a
besides
suggestion.
that, bio break, refreshments, and we will be right back. Stay tuned. Bye-bye. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Welcome back. Our break is over, and we are back. So you all stand in the mead hall. The Council of Elders, all 5 of them, stand before you, accompanied by the Master of Challenges and the Wormfoe. The Grand Elder sits in the middle. Ragna, voice of Gaia. Her grey locks, her sunken, bright blue eyes full of wisdom. To her right and your left is... Actually, I realized I didn't even... did this by accident, but I can actually print this and use this as a reference. You are, this is the configuration they are, I'm gonna say it out loud, but for the players there's some visual cues.
Oh, lit.
This is like, you're standing in
Dope.
front of them, so this is kind of the, how you see it.
Nice.
To her right, your left, is War Master Ironjaw, the Blood Carved. He is in his Hispo form. He looks, never looks like he's happy. His face is covered in scars, have a massive gash over his eyes, over one of his eyes. His fur is all white, thick and coarse. He's wearing some regalia. It's like the armor he wears mended with the shape of his lupine form. So there's some, like, dog armor over him. Canine-shaped armor. Leathers,
he in
mostly.
lupus?
Hispo.
He's in Hispo. Oh yeah, by the way, Klaus is in Hispo as well.
Alright. To Grand Elder's left and your right, there's Counselor Lothar, the Preemptive Strike. This lean, skittish-looking, grumpy man. His hair's a very light blonde. Not too unlike Julian's, but a bit more blonde and fully white. He never looks pleased as well. While Orangejaw is always, with rage boiling, this man always looks like he's smelled something bad. There's always a bit of a stink face. Unamused. He has his arms crossed. He doesn't seem all too... He seems both like... This is pointless, but also like very attentive to all of you, wondering what's gonna come out of your mouths. To the very far of your left, near where Wormfoe Vergard is standing, there's the Lore Keeper. Rune Song of Remembrance, who's in his Krynos form, of course, his breed form. And on the far right, near the Master of Challenge, is Blur. Can you remind me, how was it that you said that? It's Mersha?
Mircha. Or
Mircha.
Mircha.
Mircha. Yes, thank you. Is Spy Master Mircha, Shadow Whisper. Very well. Please, young pack. Your representative for this meeting may step forward and tell us what has went down.
That is me now, correct?
I guess,
Yeah.
yes, that's what we agreed on.
That is
Okay.
what we agreed on.
Good. Might have not been there for that agreement. But yeah, Thorsten would step forward and formality. I'll
Do you
try
want
formality.
help? With the formality? Do you want help with the formality?
Yeah, sure.
Basically introducing everyone, but like, I am D-name, auspice of what and whatnot. We are the pack of Fang,
Yes.
and just that.
That is good. I had the right idea. Yes. I am Thorsten, heart dripping with ink, the Ragabash of this pack, the pack of Raven's murder. Should I introduce the rest of the people too?
Yeah.
Was that clear? Okay. Fuck me.
It's fine, you're doing fine. It's so far so good, actually.
I mean, yes, that was easy. I just don't have all the auspices and deed names in my brain. No.
It should be if you go to actors. If you go to the actors tab where you
Yeah.
find a character sheet, it should have everyone's deed names as well.
It should. Yeah, the deed names are fine. I always forget because
I think you can open the bio of the sheet if you get confused.
Apart
The
from-
info is there.
Jakob? What is Jakob's deed name?
Defies
Defies
the Riddler.
the Riddler.
defies the
Yeah,
Riddler.
that's
That
right.
one I have in my brain. No, it is
Yeah.
more about what is Alex's auspice now? Because he is a Theurge.
Theurge. Yeah. You
Okay.
can just introduce them by deed name, one by one.
Well,
If you want to get that technical with it, it would be Kie.
yeah.
yeah,
Kie.
that is Kie. Well, that is
You're doing fine. So far, so good.
Breathe.
Just go with your gut. You're doing great.
This is Klaus' fiercest mother, of Philodox. Jakob defies the Riddler, our Arun, and Alexander Happy as the Bear, our Theurge. We either present our pack to tell the story of how we came to encounter and dispose of a black spiral dancer that introduced himself as... he had a name. Oh no, thought I had it.
You do. I can fetch it for you if you need
Weather.
it.
It was Weather. Weather Backstabber of the Worm. I think his deed name was.
Yep.
He waited on us in front of the cottage of Elder Constanze, the Fjord, which we were supposed to meet, to retrieve a fetish for the tribe. he was in a conversation with the grandniece of Constanze, the non-werewolf. Forgot
Kinfolk.
the word for that. Thank you, the kinfolk that lives with the Fjord and takes care of her. He introduced himself as a member of the tribe of the Sept by Wolfach, with a dormant son. Gave us, after questioning some smaller details about their progress of rekindling that sun, which Kern, which may or may not be the truth. He insisted, even after our polite declining, to join us within the cottage of the elder, and very unsuccessfully tried to ambush us while we were in a conversation. He acted rash and uncaring, showing his true face before changing into a shape that could withstand the Feist the Riddler, and was quickly brought to his knees by him, basically tapping in Jakob for that. Literally tapping on the shoulder and kind of pulling him forward.
Jakob takes a step forward, just like looking across at all the Elder Garou, and he offers a slight grunt. Right. So he, as Aragabash said, he decided to taunt us, revealed his true deed name among his people. Things got fast afterwards. I could see my claws running almost without control of my body towards his neck, tearing it in bloody shreds before I could even realize, or really needed to realize, what was going on. The Elder Tear said to get rid of him, and well, we got rid of him, all right. With all that blood and throat all over the place, it was well, I pretty much made short work of him. But then something, and he kind of like looks towards Klaus. I didn't expect happened. Is he does a nod to Klaus and says, Do you want to tell your part of this?
Klaus steps forward and says, there are many things that one can glean from a corpse. Perhaps its scars, its history, but I thought that perhaps we could catch him out on a lie, on anything. And so, deciding in the moment what could be the best thing to do, I put my arm in Defies the Riddler's mouth. I took his fangs into my flesh in order to learn more about this threat. I did not wish to just lose any chance we could. And so, we had the happiest bear here heal him just enough that he would still be crippled, injured, for I did not want him to, well, to escape. I suggested ripping his arms off, just to be sure, but perhaps it would have made him more difficult to talk to. Instead, we heard his madness, his babblings. I looked into his eyes, and I smelled his breath. You see, what's the War Master called again? Damn, what's his name?
Oh god, Iron something, fuck.
Iron Jaw?
Iron Jaw.
Yeah. You see, Ironjaw would know this, but it is first nature for a wolf to smell the breath of another, to know what they have been feeding on, their last meal.
When you single out Ironjaw and then proceed to say this, literally everyone except for Ironjaw just does a sharp nod and stare.
Perfect.
Okay.
They look unamused like they are elders. They aren't freshly changed homids.
Okay. And well, I would not be able to hear his breath if he did not have lungs to squeeze it out. I smelled only things from this place, things I am familiar with. Although heart dripping with ink did not recognize him, I am sure that this tells us he has been here for a while. And so, after learning all that we could, he wished us to torture him. But, well, I had no interest in going along with his madness. And so we had him killed. And then I nod to Torsten. Stand back.
The way Arun attacked him was beautiful and accurate, and could have taken him out if he wanted to. The way we disposed of him, the way we handled the situation, offered us a lot of information about the reality of the world that we were not familiar with, or at least I was not. I am glad that we as a pack could take part in ridding the world in this forest of a creature as vile and foul as this one. That we have now had the experience, if not the taste, to continue doing so in the future. He laughed until the end.
I see. That is an interesting report. She smiles around to her council members. How spirited ones are they? Let's take one thing at a time. A most interesting retelling indeed. Now let's pick apart the details. But thank you to each of you for your input.
through the pack link, Klaus is going to be like, the Raven.
Torsten, wait, because they already said, like, let's take considerations.
Yeah.
You kind of already finished, so you're gonna have to answer when they ask. Torsten, please, expression plus charisma. Your specialty counts. Technically, both of them, which only one counts, so it doesn't matter. Regardless, your specialty counts. You have pack mentality, and this was a group effort, which means your difficulty is lowered from 6 to 5. And Alex is there, part of the group effort, and has supporters, so you get a +2.
Yay!
Yay!
This is. They do not care that we stink, correct?
No.
You're talking
If anything,
about
they probably enjoy
very specifically, Musk only affects humans, mortals.
Oh,
Okay.
that's what.
Just because it says specifically that Loop is born.
Yeah,
then-
animal
yeah,
musk. Yeah.
But we will
Yeah.
ignore that then. Perfect. This is beautiful. I will spend willpower. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Understandable.
If anything else, do I have anything else? I have so many fucking rank 1 abilities now. No, none of this helps. Okay,
Pardon me.
you're pardoned.
Thank you.
Are you?
That is
Oh
7
yeah,
successes.
baby!
Okay, that's good.
Big 7.
Let me make a few adjustments then before we proceed with anything.
Ooh.
Klaus's tail wags
Good job,
slightly.
Stinky Man.
Yeah. I think in the pack link just to Torsten, Klaus is going to say, "Well done, pup."
First things first, Counselor Lothar raises his hand. Yes, this is all well and fun, but could do with a bit more objectiveness and a single representative. We get it. It was a beautiful kill, but what exactly was the nature of the information you recovered? What have you learned from this kill? And before you answer that, let me clarify another thing. So you're saying he was there before you arrived? He had already intercepted Veronica, the kinfolk.
Yes,
I
that is
see.
correct.
And what have you learned?
Is he asking anyone in particular, or just
He's
as a
asking.
That is
Like-
I am stupidly the representative. I would love to give that burden to someone else right now, if that is cool.
Yep.
I don't
Um,
mind taking that burden if
Yeah.
anyone else doesn't.
Yeah.
Cool. So Jakob's just gonna say, well, a few things. One, he knew about the artifact we're after. 2, he knew where to find it. 3, well, what we did really learn was that did anyone here actually see the head? He asks the council back.
They all kind of blink. They look among each other. No.
Yeah,
You came here
it's
after
missing
giving it away to the Keeper of the Land, from what Master of Challenge reports to us.
Alright, well, it's missing an eye, and that's because of us, or specifically our winged friend over here.
Can you say it again, sorry?
that's because of us?
No,
or
the
specifically-
guy's name.
Hmm?
Can you
Ramon?
remind me again? How do you say that?
Oh.
Mircea?
Mircea. Yeah.
Mircea?
Mircea. When you say that, Mircea smiles. He's just smirking ear to ear. Was wondering about your winged friend. How long it would take her to make the proper introductions. And she kind of bows down, does a little wiggle of her tail.
Beauty.
Small ones, the Korax, with beautifully weaker talents. I am more than eager to know. Which eye did you pick and what did she see? And when he interjects, you can see the counselor, who is a Ghetto Fenris, and reminder that the Spy Master is a Shadow Lord. You see Lothar kind of just pivot his head towards him, and he's scowling. He does not appreciate that this man just interjected. He doesn't say anything, but he's glaring. He's almost taken out of the conversation by this. He's just grumbling under his breath.
Loser.
I think Jakob is just gonna try to pull back the tension by saying, I think most of all, what we learned from our winged friend is one of the most important things we could learn from the whole situation.
And that is?
He looks over to Romana and says, "What? Want to tell him what you saw?"
Thus, to give her that task, she retells the exact same things she described to you. And that makes all 7 of them, of the Garou before you, to look among themselves. They lean in, mutter to each other. You can see the worm flow is already scratching his chin and deep in thought. I see. The Grand Elder takes command again. Is there any more details you would like to add for consideration before we reach any conclusions?
Jakob's gonna scratch the back of his head. There was some weird wild shit going on in the forest outside town. Not sure if it's related, but
Room
he shrugs.
perks up at that. And the
Not
Grand
sure if
Elder squints her eyes. They exchange looks, look back at you. Do elaborate. What did you see?
Well, to cut it short, the whole forest looked fucked up. All the plants and fungi and stuff were just growing out all weird. Something that looked out of a fairy tale book, except for mature audiences. Hell, even the carcasses from some dead critters looked like, I don't know, they must have gone through some kind of radioactive spill or something.
They all very much scowl at that, at you saying that. It's instinctive, even.
It didn't look. It didn't look the way I hear that guy tasted, and it certainly didn't give me the feeling that it was like worm influence.
Grand Elder nods
I'm not sure
negatively, shakes her head. No, it wasn't. How many carcasses did you see, animals?
Jakob's trying to like remember, and he's actually like
2 deer.
pulling up his fingers to like.
Yeah.
Was it 2 deers?
Yeah.
There was.
That's
yeah,
right, it was-
yeah. There.
Yeah. They were like fused together, weren't they?
No, they were infused together. They were being consumed by all the vines and other things.
Oh.
And they had like weird traits like weird bone structures, one had an extra eye, flowers sprouting from within the bone.
So Jakob is gonna like hold up like his two index fingers, try to think real hard. 2 deer, or what used to be deer, probably. I mean, they look more. They started like all rotted up with flowers and stuff growing out of them. Their bones getting all fucked up. They're growing extra organs, which I didn't know corpses can do. Unless, well, they started getting fucked up before they died.
I mean, it was just a skeleton, so yeah.
Oh, just a skeleton?
Yeah, it had an extra eye socket, is what I mean.
Okay, cool, gotcha. It had an extra eye socket, so maybe it had an extra eye when it was alive, which, well, hopefully no one from that little village saw them, I guess.
Oh, rumors spread out wildly around these parts. Sure, they already have tales of it without even seeing it. She looks over towards the lore keeper. Thoughts? Song of Remembrance? The Krynosborn nods, thinks for a second. It does seems like all the other reports of Gorgons in the region. I will be passing this along to the Master of Rite after we are done here and discuss the matter more appropriately. She nods. That seems to be a separate issue, but I thank you all for addressing it and taking care of it. Can never be too careful. No, that was not the corruption of the worm. That is a telltale sign of the wild breaking out of balance and control and spreading itself too wide and thick. Now back to your previous information. Again, we commend you for your deeds. It's clear you are young, but strong of heart, soul, mind, and you carry the might of the Guru in your blood. First of all, as the Grand Elder of the Sept of Bloodfist, I commend you, and I recognize before our peers the renown you displayed in favor of Gaia. Very well done, Ravensmarda. Keep on that path and you achieve greatness. We are proud of you tonight and of your accomplishments, and I personally thank you for recovering the artifact and keeping an eye on that old friend of mine. All of your efforts, I recognize your deeds and your standing before our society. Congratulations. And mechanically speaking, I am going to change your sheets.
Ooh!
Actually, let me go through the order of the document or I'm gonna get fucking lost.
If I can, while you're doing mechanical stuff, throw in real fast. I know that we had mentioned that the interloper had been at the cabin before we arrived. I didn't do a particularly thorough investigation of it, but I didn't detect any worm taint. Constance's niece. I don't think that she was involved in
Some
the
of
libel.
them are capable of hiding it, masking. They have means of suppressing it to escape being detected so easily. If he was any sort of spy for his people, that could be it. But if you are concerned for your skills, I'm sure any of the theurges on the set or your own mentor would be very glad to help you hone some extra tools for that. Myself included if I ever find the time. It's the least I could do. If you are ever in need of guidance.
Pleasure. I meant only to imply that I don't expect.
It is appreciated. Now, before anything, because I want to actually state what is happening so you all can keep up. So for Torsten, you already have 2 temporary glory, and you get another 8, which means you 0 your temporary meter, and you gain 1. I did not activate editing your sheet. Wait a second.
Our favorite.
So you gain a permanent point of glory.
Woo!
For your honors, same thing. You already have 3, and you get another 7. So that clears up, and it becomes a single point of permanent honor. For wisdom, damn boy, you are on a roll. You got 6 wisdom. You already have 4. Same
Let's
thing.
go!
That's the math is mathing.
Hell yeah, baby!
We're filling up.
One glory, 1 honor, 1 wisdom, all permanent for your deeds and smarts, for your telling of the story. Actually, all of this is amounting for everything you guys been doing in the game, so I'm not gonna be here citing every single action you've ever done, because I think that's the worst way of distributing renown in this game, by experience. So let's move on without suffering. Alex, your honor meter. You already have 3, and you get another 7 honors, so same thing. You clear your temporary, and you gain 1 permanent point of honor. For your succor, you get another 8, which plus 3 is 11, so you have 1 point of temporary succor and 1 point of permanent and 1 point of temporary. The cat just knocked my microphone away. Great. Wisdom, 7 temporary, so plus 4, that's 11, so same thing. There's 1 left.
Fucking go.
Another permanent point of wisdom. I shouldn't have closed this.
Let's fucking go.
Nexus. Klaus. Glory. You get 8 points. You already have 2, so that means 1 point of permanent glory. Renown for you. Honor. You get 5 points of temporary honor. And for wisdom, another 4 points.
Fuck!
Almost. Very close. Very close.
So if I get 2 more points of honor and wisdom, I have the
1
ability
permanent.
to challenge for Foston.
Oh, already?
Ooh.
Hell yeah. I mean, the set might require more of you before you do that, but you could, yeah.
Oh yeah, but like in terms of just
Mechanically,
renown.
yeah, mechanically speaking, yes.
Ah,
Unless...
Jesus. Sorry.
Hello?
Hello? What?
Oh.
What?
No.
You could what?
What? I'm confused. So for Jakob, things got even more interesting because you already got 10 temporary renown, so you already got like 1 permanent straight up. I marked it on the wrong place. 1 permanent glory and 2 more temporary glory.
Nice.
7 temporary points of honor, so that reduces to 1 and becomes 1 permanent. And for wisdom, that was 4. So you're 2 away from a temporary point. And that is the renown so far for all of you. You are doing an absolutely excellent job so far. Your stand with the Sept and the Guru Nation stands considerably. Furthermore, the Grand Elder continues. Seems we are facing dire situation. Action to be taken immediately. Iron Jaw. I want you and the Master of Challenges to work with the Warden and... what are the names or the, people subordinate for the, to the Warden, no, the Keepers, the, what was it? Forgot.
I forgot.
Guardian, yes, a Guardian. Actually, or the Guardians to the Worm. I think it's both. But you're alongside the Warden and all the Guardians, and consult both the Keeper of the Land and the Master of Right for spiritual protections. I want the Sept fortified and on guard. We can't afford to be caught by surprise. With one of them down, they know they've been exposed. They won't just sit idly. And on that note, she turns to her left. Actually, to her right, sorry. Wormful, you know what to do. You and your pack are to immediately make way for a neighboring Sept. Check the situation, inform them, and get ready. If the Black Spirals are gonna hit, they will probably hit it there first. They are not the forgiving type, and they don't wait around. They play dirty. So expect the worst. He nods, and he's already making his way out. Doesn't even wait for anything else. To my 2 advisors, please keep our networks of information updated. Get the kinfolk spreading the word among their connections. I want anything weird at all, rumors, any weird sightings or tales, anything happens in this forest, I want to be the first to know. Ensure that happens. Lawkeeper, you know what to do. They all nod, sagely. This hearing is concluded, and you all know you are all now dismissed. Thank you for your time and your dedication. As one final edict, even if we are facing possible... well, I won't call it a war. And she smirks. But since we might get a bit bloody, I want tomorrow night to be a night of celebration. Our youngest pack has claimed and vanquished the life of one of our enemies, and have proven their worth for morale, to boost our spirits, and to howl as loud as we can to Gaia, the fierce hearts of our wolves, and for the glory of great Fenris. Tomorrow we feast, and then we hunt. That is all. You are all dismissed.
I think at this sort of like been trying to think about it beforehand, but at this point, Klaus once again pipes up and says, "If I may, I have one more thing to add."
She nods.
The wild is strong where my kin live, my pack, my cubs and parents. I worry for their safety. if gorgons are making their way through the forests and animals are being corrupted or not corrupted but changed, I only ask that my kin, my family, they are most at risk.
Here's his mother. One step forward. Wolfkin are exceedingly rare in these trying times. This is your family, your cubs. While I can assure you, the pack of the Trailblazers, as part of their job, already keep tabs on them to make sure they are safe, I understand and acknowledge as a mother and grandmother your concern. I will personally see to it that guardian spirits are assigned to their protection. However, while I understand you may desire their natural wildlives to be uninterfered with, I will also give you the option of bringing them into the sept proper, if you think that would keep them safer.
Thank you. That is more than what I asked. Thank you.
It's the least we can do for our kin. And for our brethren. Now you lot have a good night and get some rest. 'Cause you'll be getting very little of it from here on out. And everyone starts kind of like standing up. You don't need to leave in the sense that you are being kicked out, but technically, like, officially the meeting is over, people are standing up. The Master of Challenge already walks away, some people are still talking. You can intercept any of the elders if you so desire to say anything to them. You can try to catch the Wormful or the Master of Challenge outside. Otherwise, you're just free to do whatever you want. As this is our closing scene for tonight, so you can relax a bit on that front.
Oh, I have something, but I think probably waiting for other people to say things first.
I'm in a similar boat to Morag.
Fair.
Van, why don't you go? You haven't.
Okay.
You've...
My only thing is that I would like to, as we break, if it doesn't seem like Alex is necessarily needed, he's going to try and find his way to where the, I guess, purging ritual is happening for the head of this Black Spiral Dancer, and see if he, at the very least, can watch, and if allowed, to assist in that ritual.
Absolutely. You do go outside and you catch it. It's easy to follow your nose and find where it is, since they've burned their head, and you catch it right as it is ending. They're all walking a circle around it, springing water. Keeper of the Land is chanting and leading it. And by the time you're properly there, it's all finished, but she sees you approaching and smiles at you and beckons you closer. Ah, yes, child. I think the meeting went well with the elders?
Yes, they seemed very pleased with the story we had to tell.
Oh, I would imagine. Not a small feat you got here. Is there anything I can help you with, my dear?
Well, I was hoping the opposite, Drew, that I could help you with
Oh, I would have...
your ritual here, but it seems that you well concluded that by...
Believe me, I would have loved to have you around, and if you have interest, I'm always taking more more help under my wing. If you're ever interested in helping around with the spiritual side of the sept, seems you're good friends with Hugin over there. He's been
I am.
helping me out a lot. I know those tasks can sound menial often, but hopefully it will bring you some interesting insights to things.
I would hope so too, but it seems that we'll have less and less time for simpler tasks.
Well, we take the time we
Less
have,
special.
but every task is important. Maintaining the spiritual ecology of the sept is essential to our survival and, to an extent, our defenses. Spirits will be a lot less leaning to fight if they're displeased. It's a portion of just landscaping, planting things, tending to crops and fields of flowers and the trees around, keeping the grass well maintained, but there's also a lot of, well, making peace with the locals, let's put it that way. You know, spirits can get unpredictable. Sometimes it's, sometimes they're smart and malicious and have their own ideas, well, are made up of those ideas, and that can cause a bit of trouble. Other times, they're more like playful toddler, and just do things because they do. And we try to, keep them both in check, but happy enough. And I would love to see how one of your own does that.
Frankly, I haven't had enough time in the field doing it to know for sure, but I suppose in my own way I'd be interested in finding it myself.
Well, no time like today. Do you know of the rite of cleansing?
I know that he would know of it, but I don't know that he knows it.
No, you don't know it.
Oh, okay. Yes, I do know of it. I believe I've seen Helena perform it a few.
Well, I'd love to teach you if you're, so inclined to. I can walk you through the steps we just did. It's pretty simple, really.
That would
And
be
I
good.
would love to hear from your stories and, what your mentor has taught you so far, if you are ever in the mood of sharing, of course. No pressure there.
Always.
Could discuss it over a cup of tea, exchange a few, crescent moon philosophy.
It would be my pleasure.
Oh, please, the pleasure's all mine. It's a great honor indeed. So, and she starts walking around the ritual side and explaining how the rite of cleansing works on a more, like, technical way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
In a more practical way, and she starts really basically teaching you it.
Hell yeah.
There is noise on my street, there is the child crying, everything is fine.
Just regular sept things.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Set the ASMR.
Yeah, kind of.
What does Crinosporn crying sound like? Like toddler.
Probably
tantrum crying?
wolf whimpering, because their throat is, they're still technically wolves, so probably whimpering, wolf whimpering.
Okay, that makes sense.
If anything, a bit maybe more gruff, but still baby, so.
Wah! Just imagining like a grown man trying to make baby noise.
Or maybe just a husky temper tantrum, who knows?
Oh, husky is in the dog.
Yeah.
I thought you meant husky as in like the characteristic of a person's voice.
No.
It's like that's an interesting take. Oh no, that makes
Yeah, no, they just scream like huskies do. It's not a human scream, but it's also not just whimpering. It's just that barked yelling. That barky yelling that we all love.
I do love it. I do love it. I could not live with it for very long.
And in fact, please roll rituals and intelligence. The difficulty, let me check, is you have what? Why is that your intelligence?
What do you mean?
You're okay. So difficulty is 8
Oh, good.
because of your
Wait,
intelligence. Because the difficulty of learning a ritual is intelligence plus rituals, difficulty 10 minus intelligence, which is 2. So,
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah, Alex is not
Bear
super
woods.
smart.
Alex is
Yeah.
he's doing his best.
You have willpower.
He is.
I didn't say. He's getting there.
Oh, you got one success. That's what you need. It's a level 1 right, so you can learn the rite of cleansing just for from this
fucking
lesson.
go.
Nice.
Oh, okay. I'll work on copy pasting that.
Is there an XP cost as well? It might have.
I don't think it was.
Nope.
I think it was just like
Yep,
time
it's
and
just
effort.
it's just the role, having the time and having a teacher and rolling for it. So yeah, you can now properly have the rite of cleansing.
Let's fucking go.
Yay!
Go.
Let's fucking go.
This rite
Gaia knows we are gonna
purifies
need
a
it.
person, place, or object, so you can now get rid of worm taint. The cat is being a menace. Okay, Alex, anything else you want to interject into the scene? Because we are very close to closing, so... I would say we made good progress. For the other three, any closing remarks, any last actions and scenes that you want to do?
There's 2 things I want to do, but well, both of them should be pretty quick, I hope.
Do tell.
One of them is just going up to Torsten, Peppy putting a hand on his shoulder and him saying, "Hey, good job, man! Good job, man!"
I'm glad this worked out. It was kind of nerve-wracking.
Romana adds, "You spoke good. Good job. Good puppy." Is that what your dogs tell each other?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
I heard that
Klaus
from
said
my
that
flock mates. Huh. Someone's pulling my tail. Someone's
Are you
pulling my
sure your
tail.
flockmates weren't trying to get you killed?
Oh.
Nah, they would never do that. Almost not on purpose.
Okay. Jakob will nod and say, "Well, if you want to do us a solid, maybe you can let your flockmates know about." And he kind of just does a vague hand wave motion. All this stuff that happened, you know.
Oh, I was going to, yes. I mean, no one told me it was a secret, so I was just gonna tell everyone, actually, yeah.
Oh, okay, let's be real though. If we told you it's a secret, would you not have told them?
She stares at you, there is a moment of silence, and she goes, "Go."
Yeah. Thought so. Woof.
Go.
Go.
Oh
Woof.
my god.
Perfect chaos child, absolutely.
Wonderful. Jakob's just gonna also nod towards Thorsten and say, "Also, I've got someone to talk to. See you in a bit."
You see you around, I guess.
He nods, and the one NPC he's gonna intercept is gonna be Iron Jaw.
Oh, interesting. He's kind of on the side, kind of watching the others talk, and just slowly turns his gaze towards you as you approach. He gruffs.
Hey,
Cub?
Jakob's gonna just say, God damn it, Riri.
What? Oh, pff,
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
That's, yep.
As soon as it left your mouth. Yep.
Amazing.
Yep, it's that one
Okay.
scene from Spider-Verse, yes, absolutely.
That one, that like 3 or 4. Happens a lot.
Yeah, Jakob's just gonna say, I'll try to be quick. He nods and says, I got lucky there. I plan to stay lucky until I die. Think you can help me be good enough so I can do that?
He growls. Leave the luck talk to the crescent moon and the new moon. Can't tell which is more annoying. No warrior needs luck. You need might. Interesting proposition, but I see no reason to do that. You did one. You downed a spiral. Outnumber 4-1. Kill a whole pack of them, and I might start considering. Otherwise, can do things the Sky Singer way with the Warden.
Jakob nods and says, "Sure. Need their heads too, and he just kind of like doesn't like say anything after the or.
You just as you walk away. He's not exactly a lovely person.
I
There's
mean,
also an elder room, so this man is mostly just rage.
yeah, that's kind of why Jakob thought he could be relatable. But yeah, that seems like that was a clear, tangible goal.
I mean, that could be a challenge, impressing the elder room of the Sept. God, if Jakob managed to get Iron Jaw as a mentor, the one guy Julian Spack's been complaining about would shit a brick.
Hell yeah.
That man would have a fucking fit if that happened.
I'll make a note of that.
Kind of want to support this idea just because the consequences, not exactly bad consequences for you, just in general, the results would be very funny.
Just funny consequences. The best kind of consequences.
Well, you're gonna ruin someone else's day, so long as it's not yours. So, Klaus and Horson, any last things to do?
I don't think so.
Okay. Klaus is going to. Oh, I had an idea, but now I'm
Screaming on my street again.
I'm rethinking it. I think that no, I think Klaus is just going to slip away and go to her pack.
Oh shit!
a real pack,
Her cubs, her children.
a cubs.
What is happening, Van?
You good, boss?
I'm supposed to be with Klaus when she does.
I mean, you can catch up after.
I'm
Just
just
depends on Klaus.
not
Like.
this. Yeah, it's not
you
that
s-
I'm like gonna
Are
go
you sneaking away?
go kill babies or something, but I'm just kind
I
of like
know,
This
but I'm
time.
also.
just.
I made you a promise.
That's true. Yeah, and Klaus has been
Are
regretting
you
that.
sneaking
so
away?
Definitely, like you're distracted. Klaus just wants
You
to be
are
with the
pretty
cubs.
distracted. I will
You
have to concede,
Definitely just gonna slip away.
and it
Damn
is
it.
night at this point.
Damn it!
With Klaus's status alone, like, wouldn't even need to roll. Yeah, Klaus can manage to sneak away.
And he had
Yeah.
fairly high.
Goodbye.
Damn it!
You are learning a right.
You are
you're
learning
you
a
know
right.
what? You're so right. Fuck.
You are learning a right.
Yeah.
How could you betray me like?
I guess this also my
Quite easily, apparently.
well, I guess not Klaus,
Yes.
since Klaus is leaving, but is this the first time the pack is going to sleep at the Sept, potentially? That could be interesting.
I mean, Alex sleeps in the sept
oh,
sometimes.
I mean, yeah, but the last, for the sessions we had, you guys, kept, you slept at the inn so far. Well, regardless, that's a matter for another session, because I think this is the first perfect place for us to be ending for tonight. Very good session, everyone. I want to thank all of you who watched this till now, be it live or after the fact on YouTube. Don't forget to check all the relevant links in the description, so that you can potentially catch us live next week and see what we are up to in terms of werewolf projects through Werewolf the Essentials. Thank you all so very, very much. Thank my players for being so wonderful, for being here, for having amazing characters. I wish everyone a good rest of their week, a good night. See you all. Take care. And bye-bye.
Adios.
Bye bye.
Keep on howling.
Alright.